Good afternoon, team. Welcome in for this low-intensity 25-minute workout. I am your coach, Coach Gene. I will be guiding you through today's workout. For today, all you will need is some space, whether that be in the living room or office, yoga mat and a water, and your body weight. I will let you know if you do have some weights that you'd like to use towards the end, so keep those around you as we continue this session. First movement today is actually going to be on the ground. You will be in a sideline position, so go ahead and follow me as we get started here. Laying on my left side, I am going to guide both knees above belly button. Okay, so make sure you have that nice 90-degree flexion on the knee. Toes are pointed. Okay, I'm actually sitting up on my shoulder. I'm going to reach forward, drive that top arm towards me and the ground, and then I'm just going to reach across, driving my arm all the way back. Okay. You can also put that bottom arm on the top knee. Okay. We're going to do this 5 times. On this left side, opening up the spine. So when we drive back, we want to pull that elbow back as if we're pulling a cable all the way back. Head goes back with the hand. Okay, and then meet back where we started. From there, we're going to take our hand as if we have a piece of chalk in between our thumb and our index finger, and we're going to draw a big circle around our head, trying to keep those knees attached to the ground 5 times. Okay, back and forth. Trying to open up the shoulder, trying to open up the spine. Just another addition to that T-spine rotation. 3 to 5 each side. Okay, and then once you are done, let's drive those legs out, nice and straight, extend it out, and I'm actually going to reach my arm towards the ceiling, and I'm trying to drive my hand as high as it can go. So I'm really trying to protract that shoulder all the way up, so I'm trying to activate all that, and then push my thumb straight back. Okay, so if this is me at neutral, I'm trying to drive my thumb straight back, and then I'm just going to rotate my hips down, and try to drive my shoulder back, pinch, 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 and then back to where I started. So I'm in that sideline position, driving my hips down, rotating my shoulder back. You should feel a nice compression there in that upper part of your back, and then back to the top. So 5 of each, just rotating the hips and driving the hand. Shoulder, arm should be nice and active as we do this. Once you're done, go ahead and relax, and then we're going to split. Okay, this is our last movement here on the left side. We're going to split 90-90 here, and then just grab that bottom foot with the top hand, and then rotate our shoulder down. So we're really working on that T-spine here at the beginning. We're going to do all left side, then we're going to go to the right. Okay, 5 here. And then what we're going to do is just switch sides, and start all over from the top. So, knees up at 90, reaching forward, driving across our body. Remember, everything here is 5 reps. So if you ever get lost on rep count, just go back to the number 5. Easy enough. Remember, we're going across our body. So we're pulling and reaching. And from there, we're going to draw that circle around, really trying to give some love to that thoracic part, the middle part of our spine. Five here. Okay, and then we're back into those hips rocking. So legs are extended. Remember, we're active here on that bottom arm, and we're active on the top, trying to keep our arm as extended as possible, reaching, reaching, reaching forward. Don't leave that shoulder behind you. You should be in that nice sideline position, trying to drive everything completely flat all the way from heel to shoulder. Okay, and then all I'm doing is driving that hip down, driving that thumb back, and then popping back up to the top. Drive your arm back, hips go down. So a little bit of hip rocking rotation here. Try to hold that bottom position and pinch, pinch, pinch. You should feel it there. And then once you're done, relax, knee comes up, top knee comes up to 90, and then just grab that bottom leg underneath, and then drive the shoulder down. That nice bristle stretch that we all know and love. 5 there. Good. Just continue to mobilize that spine. Super important here at the beginning. And then we're going to go hop up on up to that tall kneeling position, and I will tell you what to do here next. We're going to go into a half kneeling position. Okay, so I will demo with my left leg in front, right leg is down. Notice how my back leg, that toe is curled, so I'm active here. And all I'm going to do from here is pretend I have a cable above my head, drive my elbows down, and really try to squeeze those shoulder blades together, and then just rotate over my front leg. Okay, and then I drop my hands and I meet myself back where I started. Reaching down, pulling the ceiling down, elbows come down, pinch, and then rotate. Okay? If you'd like to make this a little bit more difficult, hover that bottom knee off the ground, and then you can get a little bit more activation. That's going to be our next step here as we get going and rotate. So, drive down, push out. Remember, 5 on each side. Give that a try. Once you're done, okay, on one side, just switch legs, same thing, pull, rotate across. Remember, we're trying to keep that lower half locked in, nice and still. We don't want that front knee wiggling in and out. So try to keep that thing nice and flat in the front and locked in as stable and strong as possible. Okay, hovering across, rotate, relax. 5 on each side, team. And then we're going to go into your push-up, the top of your push-up. Remember, with that top position, we want to keep those palms as flat as possible, trying to engage our thumb, pinky, and our index finger. Okay, so let's really try to drive. First off, let's try to drive away, keep those elbows locked. And then from here, trying to keep our core engaged. We're just going to go from side to side. Nice shoulder touch. Okay, 5 of each. Try to take your time. Remember, the closer your hand is to that directly below your face, your hips won't rock as much. You'll stay a little bit more still. But if you really have the ability to keep your hips still, you can keep those hands where they are. 5 on each side. So 10 total. Good. We're going to continue this stability here on a lateral pillar bridge. So basically a side plank. We are going to do 5 reps on each side, but we're going to do them nice and slow. We're going to be up tall, driving up that top foot, trying to press that bottom leg against the ground, raise up, come down, 5 reps. So we're just really trying to engage that lateral part of our body. Once you're done, switch sides. 5 reps each side. Drive up, come down nice and slow and controlled. Even if you have to just drive up where you're hovering right on top of that foot, no big deal. At your own ability, or you can just hold this position. And 5, very nice. We're going to start back with that half kneeling position. So start from the top. We're going to go into that low split now. So what I was talking about before, where that bottom leg is hovering, we're going to do that same position where we're pulling those elbows down, rotating. Except now that knee is hovering off the ground, a little isometric hold at the bottom. Drive down, rotate across, drop the hands. 5 reps each side. Perfect. Switch it up. I like to get to that half kneeling position first, and then go to that bottom position. If you want to start standing, get to your lunge position and then sink down, you can as well. Just a little easier to make sure that I'm staying in the right positions in that half kneeling position. Remember, we want to get as long as we can on that rotation, so really try to drive those, separate those hands, get nice and big. Good. Now, from the standing position, okay, we are going to walk the hands out. Give me a shoulder touch on each side, then walk back up. So it's a little bit of a progression to that plank that we just did. So we're going to walk the hands out, okay, get to our top position, tap, tap, walk back. Try this 5 times. Tap, tap, walk it back. Good. 5 reps here. Last one for me. Very nice. Right into lateral pillar bridge. This time, if you'd like, instead of just going straight up with the foot, now you can add that hip flexion for 5 reps. Top arm up to you, you can drive it out. Keep it by your side. We're going to 5 reps here. Good, and then switch. Last movement here. Get it up. And 5, perfect. Let's go ahead, team, and just grab a little quick sip of water, and then we're going to continue to our primary block, okay? Give you a few seconds here, a few minutes to recharge. Our next series here is going to be 3 movements. It's kind of progressing exactly what we just did. So instead of that half kneeling or low split, we're going to go into a reverse lunge. So all you're going to do is big step back, drop the knee down just where you were hanging out in that low split, pop up, and we're just going to drive that knee to the top. It can be as slow as that or a little as fast as you want. Remember, we're driving that front foot through the ground, popping up to that nice tall sprinter's position, and then settling, okay? So if you're done with that water break, let's go ahead and get started. 5 reps here on each leg, drive back. Knee comes down, drive your front foot through the ground, pop up, okay? You can either settle or go right back into it. Big step back. If you want to incorporate a little twist over that front knee, you can, as if you're sprinting, both sides. Up to you, okay? Have fun with it. Your body should be nice and loose by now. Step back and pop. Now, if I have a dumbbell or kettlebell, I can either hold it in that goblet position or just regular, holding it by my side as I pop up. Totally up to you. Of course, all you need is body weight. 5 on each side. Okay? Okay. For our next movement, we are going to be back in that push-up position, except now I have a little task for you. So if I'm in my push-up position, we're going to go left knee to right elbow, and then right knee to left elbow, so across our body in that push-up or plank position, and then you're going to go right hand to left knee. So you're going to do a little bit of an opposite here. I'll give you a quick demo, then you can give it a try. So if I'm in my push-up position, I'm going left knee, right elbow, and then same thing, right knee, left elbow, 5 on each side. Nice and slow and controlled, trying to drive that knee to elbow on that opposing side. 10 reps total. Good, you can even take a little break. And then, from here, we're going to almost go into a downward dog position, and you're going to go left hand to right knee, And then same thing, right hand to left knee, opposites, 10 total. Okay, so you're driving up a little higher instead of that push-up position. 10 reps here. Good. Once you're done, go ahead and hang it on the ground. And I'll show you our last little core movement. Okay, we're back to that lateral pillar bridge, except this time, instead of abducting our foot away, okay, we're going to rotate that hand through and up. So we're up tall, rotate that hand through, and then pop it up. So 5 each side. Again. Very nice. Switch up. Sides. Really be honest with your hips. Be honest with your elbow and shoulder. The elbow should be right directly below. You should be able to finish exactly where you started, nice and tall. Hips come through. Don't let those hips sit behind you. Five reps each side. Take a quick breather. And then back to where we started, that reverse lunge with the hip flexion. Let's try to add a little bit more speed with that front foot. Pop that hip up. 5 reps each side. Here we go. And let's go. 1, 2, 3. Good. Switch it up. Stay with me here. Notice how I'm using that knee to drive up, but I'm just driving straight back. I'm not settling after I hike that knee up. And I'm just being a little bit more fluid. Totally up to you wherever you're at, your level, your workout. Okay. Now that you got the idea with the plank and the opposite knee, opposite hand, let's go ahead and just throw that all together in one complete routine. Remember, it's 5 each side with those knee tucks, and then 5 each side with those hand knees. Okay, so let's go ahead and give it a try all together now. Starting at that push-up position. 10 reps, knee to elbow. 10, drive up. Whew. Pretty tough. Great job. We're getting into our last movement here, that lateral pillar bridge with that rotation. Remember, finish nice and high. Arms should finish all the way at the top, reaching towards the ceiling like we started the class. Remember to drive through and be honest with your positions. Reach and punch that arm up. Switch it up. 5 reps each side, not 10. Whew. Great job. That is the end of our primary block there. We're going to grab a quick drink of water, and we're actually going to finish with a little stretching. See how your body has adapted throughout this workout and has already started to gain some ranges. Now that your core temp is up, now that you're ready to go, you worked up a little sweat. Let's see if we can get some more range out of those hips. A little internal, external, 90-90 position. So we're going to get into that shin box. 90 degrees here out in front and back, same situation. Okay, so I'm sitting into that nice shin box. If you need to, you can place something under that hip. So you're sitting up, hands definitely want to come down. And all we're going to do keeping our spine nice and erect, we're going to reach those hands forward, drive our chest to that bottom position wherever that's at, and then use our legs to punch up. Okay, so reaching forward with our hands, use your leg to punch up. Okay, we're going to do this 5 times. Reach forward and punch. Reach forward, punch. Good. Very nice. Once you're done, okay, hands go behind you. Hips now swivel to the other side. Okay, so I'm back in that 90 position, and I'm just same thing, reaching forward and punching. You want to try to keep the top of your knee and the bottom of your heel, that whole bottom leg connected to the ground. That is going to give you the ability to really activate that hip and use that hip as you're driving up and down. Good. 5 each side. Then I want you to get back to this neutral position. So my knees are up, hands are behind me. And notice how my heels are driving into the ground. I want you to just start to lean back to where I'm engaging my entire core. And from here, I want to drive my arms out, okay, nice and straight. And I'm just going to keep that imaginary ball between my hands. Rotate left, okay, rotate right, touching with my right hand, rotate left. And I'm keeping that ball, that distance between my hands the entire time, and trying to test that level as much as I can lean back. We're going to do this for 10 reps, just a little core here. Nine and 10. Good. Now let's go back into that 90 position, or that shin box. Okay. From here, we're actually going to go a big reach, opening up that oblique. We just did that lateral pillar bridge, and we're going to drive now. Instead of driving our top leg through the ground, we're going to drive our back leg now through the ground, and we're going to reach our hips up and across, using that opposite hand to guide us, be our anchor, and drive through the ground, reaching across. So, give you another angle here. Reach across, come back down. Okay. Reach across, hold, come back down. Of course, you can just go here if you don't have that much range in your oblique, or you can go elbow down and reach. 5 each side. Again, when you switch your hips, try to do it with the same position you sat into that shin box. Rotate, go up. Good. All right. Now, we did it. We did the exercise here. Now we're going to try to switch it up. Let's drive our left leg out straight. Right leg is now bent. Okay, we're going to lie that back on the ground. Okay, so if my right knee is bent, the right hand should now be driving towards the ceiling. Left hand is out by my side, and I'm using it to drive all the way up. A big sit up, keeping that hand nice and tall, reaching to that nice overhead position at the top. Okay, 5 reps here. Use that hand to guide you up. Five reps, and then switch. So now, left knee is bent, right leg is out straight. Drive out, up tall. Good. Last challenge for you as I shut things down here for this low intensity class. Now, instead of driving only our front leg or only our back leg through the ground, we're actually going to sit up, driving both legs through the ground, drive our hips all the way through, sit up nice and tall, and then you can even add a turn against that knee, just like we've been doing the entire class, sitting down. So you can use hands if you like, totally up to you, but get to that nice tall position, rotate, sit up, drive that back hip through. You should feel that. 5 reps there. And then switch. Okay. and 5. Awesome job. Thank you so much for joining me. We look forward to seeing you guys again next week. Have a great weekend. Aloha.